bed and let's talk Jaguars football from my house.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Are you really?
I am, because there's different layers to Chris Porter, who joins us now live from Porter's Place. So many embarrassing things happen. We've had the layers of pure joy and euphoria, which is rare because the Jags don't win a lot.
These days,
I've seen pure rage come out of Chris Porter's mouth. I've seen a little bit of apathy. So I wonder, what Chris Porter do we get today? As we've seen a couple of records broken, what with the Jags losing in incredible fashion? Chris, what version of you do we have right now?
Lewis Turner, you know what? I'm going to be cool, calm, and collected
The
this
cool,
morning.
calm, collected.
Unfortunately, by now, you know, I should be used to this. We've lost 14 of our last 17 games. We hadn't had a winning season in forever at this point. And what I saw on yesterday was flat out embarrassing. It looked like the Detroit Lions, who no doubt is one of the best teams in the NFL. They've only lost one game this season, was taking on a Pop Warner football team. I saw no effort. I've never seen an NFL team make it look so easy. And I know people are saying, you know, should Doug Peterson lose his job? You know, I've come on this Porter's Place time and time again and said no. But after yesterday's performance, after losing 14 of our last 17, after losing 4 straight for the second time this year, it is time for a new voice. Shad Khan, you know, your credibility is on the line here. At the beginning of the season, you said that this team had to win. You spent more money in free agency this offseason than any other NFL team. You said you totally believe in Trevor Lawrence and you paid him. But we, the fans, and I'm speaking for the fans, have not gotten what we deserve this year. It is time for a new voice. It is time for change. And look, Lou, you and I both know, just because you change the coach in a season, it doesn't necessarily mean things are going to turn around. But as an owner, you have to prove to this fan base that you are serious about winning. And a change has to come, and there's no better time than now.
All right, so we've been saying it again and again all morning long. We're hearing fans say it as well. Someone needs to get fired. You just mentioned possibly Doug Peterson. Who else do you think should be on the chopping block at this point?
Well, one thing we do know, Keith and Nelson, that despite me making my case for the Jaguars to make a change at head coach, is something that the owner, Shad Khan, really doesn't do until like towards the end or after the season. He's not a guy that makes impulsive decisions. So, since Doug is going to stay, it appears, because I felt like if he was going to fire him, he would have fired him after last night's game, I'm going to look on the offensive side, and I'm going to talk about the guy that Doug Peterson had with him up in Philadelphia and the guy that so many fans have been complaining about forever, it seems, the last couple of years. Offensive coordinator, Press Taylor. Listen, guys, when the Jaguars, when they hired Doug Peterson, what was his number one job? Developing Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is this generational quarterback. He was supposed to be the guy to come in because he's a quarterback whisperer and take Trevor's potential and make it a reality. But the reality is it just has not happened. And the offense has been stale, not productive, inconsistent. What we put up, 6 points yesterday, 2 field goals. We have not scored an offensive touchdown since the first quarter of the Minnesota loss a couple of weeks ago, because yesterday is now last week, so before yesterday, the week before that. In the NFL, when you've got guys, receivers like Brian Thomas Jr., we got a tight end like Mr. Evan Ingram, when you've got a running back like Tank Dell, and you've got a running back like Travis Etienne. I know they've been banged up, but still, guys, our offense is so inept right now that I can't even believe that we've only scored one touchdown. One touchdown. One touchdown in 2 weeks. So, yes, I think the OC's got to go.
Off script a little bit, I had one question you wanted me to ask about Doug Peterson and what the heck happened. I'm just curious, though, Chris, are guys making business decisions? Are these business decisions like, listen, I don't want to get hurt. I got to, kind of maybe lay off. I know they're NFL professional football players cashing paychecks, but what do you think about that?
You know, Lewis Turner, I'm never going to say that guys who are supposed to be some of the most fierce competitors in all of professional sports would make a business decision. However, Lewis Turner, we also know that, you know, we're 2-9. The reality is that the only thing we have to look forward to at this point is trying to lock up the #1 pick for the third time with the last 4 or 5 years, which is hadn't been done by an NFL team, I don't think. And so I'm not going to say that guys are letting up, but I will say this. I felt like these guys gave up on yesterday, and it was early, like the first half, and that's not good for a coach. And let's remember, guys, last year, Doug Peterson fired Mike Caldwell because he said the defense was the problem. We got to get better on defense. Ryan Nielsen came in from Atlanta. He was being praised for turning around that defense, but since he's been in Jacksonville, this defense has been bad, real bad.
Facts.
All right, bye week right now. We'll see how things go. Thanks for that, Chris. We're going to turn things over now. Hey, Turner.
Hey.
Forecast.